Is she
And
in
I'm
there?
back.
Oh, so it's because you too close? I mean, you're not far enough away. Do you like it?
No,
You don't like it?
no. I mean, I like it, but it's unnecessary right now.
Okay.
I feel like it's causing too many problems.
You can maybe do it
You can't
after
even see my
that.
earrings. I put earrings on for this.
Mm.
Why don't you just move over? Now we took it with Crisco.
Okay.
We're
Yeah,
gonna hold
I'm
the
gonna put you
microphone
like that.
down there like that.
No, I ain't know where to. We ain't had no standing there. Then put it on.
Okay.
You just gonna hold it. I can hold it.
Different.
Oh, but you gotta come over some more. We're
Okay,
gonna
so then you
so scoot your chair back some.
yeah.
There you go. And now we'll pull this over, and that'll put you all the way. Yes. Go the other way. There you go. Right there you go.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
What do I do with my elbows and my hands? These ankles. Okay, that's good.
It's good.
How my hair look? It don't matter.
Yeah, it does.
Not really.
You want a hat?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Mic check 1 2.
You could have my black hat.
Oh.
No.
No, it's okay.
You got a little love shirt on.
Yeah, I was trying to, you had your red on, so I was like,
This is definitely orange.
oh.
But it works because on the camera it looks a little red
It
oranges.
definitely look red on camera.
But it's cool. It's like fall colors. So we in there like one more.
All right, we gonna cut this off.
No. Keep it going. Press record.
We don't record.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's all I'm saying. You just keep going because we just press record.
Oh yeah.
And we just start talking.
Oh man, this is gonna be funny.
Welcome to our podcast.
This is the podcast, y'all. This is it. We've been live. I don't know how long now. I don't know what y'all saw. I didn't see, but
Doesn't matter.
yeah.
Well, my name is Ashley Sturgis.
I'm Arkeem Sturgis, and what's the name of my podcast again?
Becoming One.
Becoming One. Well, we're gonna talk to you about how to become one. We're gonna talk about
Faith.
family.
Favor.
We still working on all these.
And food.
Yeah, but it's gonna be.
But that's it. Faith.
Favor.
Family.
It's favor, faith, and food.
Faith, favor, family,
and food. Oh, it's 4 now.
I guess so.
Oh, well, it's 4 now. Faith, favor, family, and food.
Yeah.
If you didn't know, now you know, because this is the first episode, and whatever goes down on the first episode, it's official. That's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Progress, not perfection.
That's it. We live.
Yeah.
Oh man. So how did this podcast come to be? How did we get here?
Cause like our brother AJ was just like, y'all need to do a podcast. Y'all have a ton of stuff to talk about. And we really do. Like the conversations that we have are just like,
this podcast was almost called car conversations with Ash and Arkeem, because
we have so many road trips that we take.
Oh
like
my
we've been
gosh.
taking road trips since we first got together.
Yeah, road trips have been
it's like the staple in our marriage.
Yeah, it has been the staple in our marriage. That's where we do all of our talking, all of our creating, brainstorming, all of that good stuff. Yeah. So yeah.
We have some of those car conversations recorded, so maybe we'll post it.
Ooh, one day we'll pull some car conversations out the archives, and
yeah, that would be good.
Maybe y'all will catch me ranting.
Yeah, because he's good for rant, y'all.
Good for a rant. What else?
So just tell the people a little bit about you.
Oh man, okay, me. I am at the current date, which is what is today? March 10th?
15th.
March 15th. Shows how
5
much I
days
know.
behind. That's that overnight life.
So March 15th, 2022,
Mm-hmm.
I am 29 years old, happily married.
Cut that. Well, no one cares how old we are.
Oh, so then what I'm supposed to tell you then?
Hey, about you. Like, what you do? I like to cook. I like to get on Ashley nerves. I like to wear
Okay,
flavorful
so
shirts.
yes, you see my love shirt
Yeah.
that my baby bought me. Yeah, saucy.
For our 8-year anniversary.
Yeah, we just celebrated 8 years. How was that?
Yeah.
What
It
was
was
that
great.
like?
We had a good time.
Yeah,
We met some good people, laughed really hard, did some
yeah.
deep belly laughs.
Oh,
It's
good
always
stuff.
good.
Good
And we went
food.
to listen to some live music. We had some great food. We literally had our first $200 date.
Y'all, we had our first $200 date 8 years in.
Mm-hmm.
So while y'all are on social media
Date
talking
number
about
one.
$200 and $250 date, we're 8 years in and we just had our first $200 date. So
we deserved it.
So I would dare to say that it don't matter.
It don't matter how much you spend it. It's the quality.
It don't have to matter how much you spend because we've had plenty of $40 dates and had blast, great time, good times.
We've literally never gone over.
No, even that one time we went to Orlando to the Ocean Prime one or something like that. And we spent some money there. That was the most expensive date we had to date.
Yeah.
And we still didn't spend $200. We spent like one something.
Yeah.
I'll take blame for that because I don't want to say conservative because I'm not conservative by the least bit, but
I am
she's conservative.
Like, hey, I ain't that hungry. We get an appetizer and go home.
I'm budget friendly. There you go. I know how to you know what I'm saying, enjoy myself, but enjoy myself on a budget. So yeah.
Well, we prioritize other things. Like
yeah.
We spend our money on other things like trips and experiences. We definitely spent more than $200.
And business.
Yeah, we do a lot of investing. A lot of investing.
Like last year alone, how much did we invest last year into business?
Probably like
15.
Yeah, about $15,000.
About 15 grand. And that's being modest. It's probably anywhere.
Yeah, it's about 15
to 20 grand. But that's just because who we are. So if you want to know who I am, I am a business person. I'm an entrepreneur. That's what that's called, right?
Yes.
I love business. I've always loved business. Even when I was working for other people. Currently still am working for somebody else, but I still work my business as well. What else? I like to cook. I like to drum. I love music.
Forgot that you drum.
Yeah, that happens sometimes.
A whole musician down the street.
Family, work, building an empire and all that good stuff. And you kind of forget some things. But that's okay though, because once we get on the other side, I have plenty of time to play drums all day long.
Have a nice custom drum set.
Oh, beautiful. And bass. I love bass too, if you didn't know that about me.
Bass. Yeah. He's an excellent chef and an excellent father, an excellent husband, though there are always room for improvement in any area of anybody's life. But one thing he does very well that I've always loved is how nurturing he is to the children. Like he's such a nurturer. Most people think that the mother's supposed to be nurturing, but the father is very nurturing too. When you look up the definition of love, like he embodies that with the children. So much so it makes me question my parenting sometimes. I'll be like, dang, the kids respond differently to Arkeem. Like he says it one time, and it might just be a father thing. He says it one time, and it's just like they get it. But with mom, it's just like, but mommy, they got all these negotiations. At any rate,
I set a standard. Mommy be mommying. Mommy be mommying out in these streets.
I do. We can't help it. I just have a little mushiness in my heart.
Yeah. And they need that. They need that. Kids need that balance. They need the sternness from dad and the softness from mom because it just, I don't know, it just works. It just works for them.
And it does.
And their growth.
I'm appreciative of it. But that's you in a nutshell.
So what about you in a nutshell?
Oh, he forgot to mention that he laughs very loud to the point that it makes people uncomfortable in a good way. Oh, yeah. And it's really because like Arkeem's laugh is like a conversational piece. Like he can just start laughing very ignorantly and loudly, and other people will join in on the ignorance. And then it becomes a conversational piece. This is how we met this phenomenal couple. Yes. At the steakhouse we went to for our anniversary. Yes. Just him being himself. And him being himself really helped free me up to continue to be myself, or let me say enjoy myself. Because if one thing I don't know, for if you will not know anything else about Arkeem, you will know this: he is going to enjoy himself. Like he don't care who's around. If you are not having a good day, you will have at least a good however long you're gonna be in his presence. And I love that about him. Enjoy yourself. For lack of better words.
That is my motto. Yeah, it is. I don't care where we are. Mm-hmm. Even when we was at your uncle's funeral, Lord, she had to contain me.
No, it wasn't my uncle.
That was your brother.
My brother's funeral, my dad's funeral.
Listen, I'm gonna cut up.
Oh, he stayed in the car for my grandma's funeral, thankfully.
Oh yeah, I couldn't go in for that one. Thankfully, that was just too much.
I'm glad
it was too much. But I was out getting food.
You like what? Anyway, we're not gonna go there.
Shout out to Jerk 48 Chicago. Yeah, that junk was delicious. Southside. Okay, so all right, enough with Arkeem for now. On to Miss Ashley. Ashtree.
Oh, that's what Artie said from. Oh. Ash tree planted by the rivers of living water.
Living water.
I had to give my name, I guess, a more profound meaning, because when I Googled it, I was like, an ash tree.
It's like, this is not sufficient.
It's literally just an ash tree. Now, when you go into detail of what the ash tree is, then it kind of helps you understand.
Well, what is the ash tree, baby?
I have a notebook about
Okay, we'll talk about that another episode.
Yeah, I'll do that. We'll talk about names.
Y'all remind us in the comments to tell Ashley about her name. What is the
just naming your kids and why names are so important and powerful and all that good stuff. So I always used to think my name was not significant, but it is very significant. Very. But anyway, I'm Ashley, and if I could sum up a little bit about myself, I am very persistent and annoying and loving and kind, and
that's where our kids get it from.
My husband calls it pushy, but whatever. We get the job done.
Did you see how she skated over there?
We get the job done over here, but nonetheless, I'm that person that if you are afraid to jump off the cliff when it comes to bungee jumping, I'm gonna push you. I'm gonna be like 1, 2, and you're gonna get pushed, because sometimes we need that push in our lives. Mm-hmm. There's a visitor at the door. Come in.
It's locked. You gotta go get back in the bed. We love you. Good night.
Who's that, Aiden?
That's Aiden.
It's unlocked.
Are you sure I locked it?
I unlocked it when I went out there.
Aiden.
Or maybe sorry.
That was Aiden. I could tell.
Come in.
Aiden. Go open the door, mommy. This is what mommies do. Daddies be like,
oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry. Oh, it's the baby. She ain't no baby. But she's the baby. Oh, so good. Oh, the baby woke up. Well, like I said, she ain't no baby. She 5. She done woke up. She said, we said, what happened? She said nothing. So anyways, yeah, this is a part of parenting, right? This is a part of family, marriage, life, all that good stuff. It's kids when you have them, and you can just never. Nothing's never perfect once you start to have kids. You just come to that realization that everything is just it just don't matter, you know. Um, you can plan for whatever you want to plan for, and the kids are just gonna just do whatever they want to do. They're just gonna fit right into the program, and you just gotta let them flow, and you just gotta keep flowing with everything else, and let the kids do what they do, and just situate them and keep it rolling. Yeah, yeah. So, man, we got some stuff for y'all. We got a lot of content for y'all. I mean, a lot of content for y'all.
Let's talk about how we met.
Okay.
Let me close the door back.
Okay, here we go. How we met. So we're gonna tell it. Are we telling full detail? Or are we just gonna give a synopsis?
Yeah, we give a synopsis and then we'll.
Okay, we're going full detail on another episode. We're gonna be saying that a lot because we're gonna have a lot of episodes.
It's a lot to unpack here, guys. We've been through 30 years worth of life in about literally everything happened in like that first 3 years.
Okay, like, yeah.
All of it happened in that first 3 years, and then the rest, like after we got over that hump in those first 3 years, it just seemed like everything else just wasn't as bad. It was like, well,
yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Past through that. Yeah. So it's like at this point, what's next?
Like, well, we're here now.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. So, in a nutshell, I met Ashley in 2013. After leaving Jacksonville, Florida. What else gonna say? Yeah, I moved up to Cobb County. No, I moved to Marietta, Georgia. Mm-hmm. Well, which is Cobb County, Marietta, Georgia, which is, for those who don't know, that is north of the infamous Atlanta, Georgia.
Yes.
What I was gonna say, I was working at a photography studio there. Met her I moved there 2013. I met her. No. February. No, that was 12. I moved to Marietta 2012. Right. Into 2012. I met her beginning of 2013 in McDonough, Georgia, which is on the other side of Atlanta, south side of Atlanta.
Closer to Macon.
Yeah, to Macon, for those Morrow, Stockbridge, for those who are in the familiar area. Anyways, yeah, so met her in 2013, and that was like February, and then let's say March, April.
Yep.
April.
90 days.
We
decided to get married.
Yeah, I mean, by God's eyes anyway, we was married. I mean, in our eyes too. I had already said I wanted to marry her. I took her dad out to lunch and told him that I wanted to take his daughter's hand in marriage. Mm-hmm. And it just took us a year later to finally just seal the deal, if you will.
Yeah.
But
because of past trauma.
Yeah.
I was like, we can wait. And he was like, nah, I ain't trying to do that. And then there was other legal issues.
Yeah, which we'll get to in the full story. Stay tuned for the full story.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think the biggest in the synopsis of our getting together, the infamous question that everybody always asks when they are single, when they're wanting to be married, is like, how do you know that you've met the right one? What was so different about that person and everybody else? How do you know? What was it? Did you just feel something? And I would dare to say, like I tell everybody else, you just know. Yep. And that was it.
I had a feeling. I had not just like oh, I feel like this is my husband. It was literally a leap on the inside of my stomach. I can't explain it no other way, but something leaped on the inside of my stomach, like if I was pregnant, but I wasn't. So
if you want to know what, if you want to know, if you want a deeper description as to what that is like, every time she says that, I always think about in the Bible when Mary met Elizabeth,
yep,
John the Baptist's mother. Mary was pregnant with Jesus. John and Elizabeth was pregnant. Slow down, Arkeem.
Yes.
Elizabeth was pregnant with John the Baptist, and when they met, I believe they were cousins. And when they met for the first time, both Jesus and John the Baptist both took a leap inside of their womb at the same time, and that was a natural indication of a bigger spiritual moment that those two were supposed to be connected for what would be a lifelong or somewhat of a lifelong relationship. Destiny. Yeah. So destiny. The leaping that she felt on the inside of her belly was most definitely destiny jumping inside of her, because her spirit man had spirit men people had come together and said that, you know, this was God. This was God's in the making. This was God in the making. Yeah. And so
and I've never experienced anything like that before, like even talking to people in the past or going on to jobs and stuff like that. I've never ever experienced something like that in my life. So I knew that I'm like, okay, pay attention here. This is something different. Like this is something different. And I didn't know it was God until later on, you know, after talking to him and getting to know him and eventually growing in love, because I didn't fall in love. I grew in love with him, and we steadily grow in love with each other. Well, I'll speak for myself. I steadily grow in love with him every day. And I'm always reminded of why we got married, because, you know, marriage is a challenge. It can be a challenge. And especially if you don't marry someone that's your friend first, it can be a challenge. Like we genuinely have fun together. Like
and I mean,
wherever. Like we don't care where we are, who we're with. We are genuinely gonna have fun together. And he
so much so that everybody want to come sit at the cool people table.
Oh, goodness gracious me. But yeah, that's pretty much our story. So we ended up getting married a year later.
A year later on Valentine's Day.
On Valentine's Day. We literally picked that day because I figured it'd be the easiest to remember.
She said we won't forget.
We will never forget it.
It was a good idea at the time until you realize you want to start celebrating your anniversary, and it's like,
now I have to share it with everybody.
Everything is booked. So I have to book my anniversary stuff 3 months in advance.
Yeah.
And because we like to do nice stuff 4 and 5 months in advance, because people who have money do stuff in advance. I'm just saying, we like nice stuff. Okay.
But nonetheless.
Yeah. Disclaimer, forewarning. We are raw.
Yeah.
So there are gonna be moments where
it's gonna get real.
It's gonna get thick. It's gonna get real thick. Just be ready. And if you can't tell already, I'm ignorant, so my mouth is I contain, but
we working on by the grace of God.
Just forewarning. If you didn't know, we love Jesus. We are saved, sanctified, filled with the Holy Ghost. That sounds so sweet, so cliche, but it's true. It's real. Yeah. I just had to put that out there for those who, you know.
Yeah, it's fine.
Some people that might come on that don't know us like that.
It's fine. They will know us by our fruit.
Yeah.
And so I'll let that be said. But I love Jesus. I really do. I've been saved since I was a little girl. I was that kid that used to go and get baptized. Like every time they was like, does anybody want to do altar? Come to the altar. Does anybody want to get baptized? I literally I mean, not perfect. I literally would go up there every time and just be like, Lord, cleanse me of my sins. What sins I had at 5 and 6 and 7 years old, I don't know. But the fact of the matter is,
too late, eating one too many cookies.
Right. But no one ever really explained to me that when you first get saved, you don't have to keep getting baptized. It's not necessarily necessary to keep getting baptized. You really need to just repent and turn from your sin. So stop doing it. Okay. So I would go up there every Sunday and it'd be like, let me go and get my fresh refreshing because I'm going back to sin on Monday.
She was living by the Old Testament when she first got saved.
And so I didn't understand grace until I had gotten older. And once I got older and I started to learn myself more and really understand just who I was in Christ, that's what really changed my life. Though my parents, both of them are pastors, my dad was an apostle, is an apostle. He has passed on to our home going.
That's where we going.
Yeah, my dad was a real dude. My mom, her little short and fiery self, she is has been a pastor all my life. So I'm a PK. I used to identify as a PK. I have to change that because a lot of people automatically put this stamp on PKs and they're just like, oh, she loose. She wear them skirts down on her ankles, but she lifted up. Okay, so I had to really break the spirit of religion and just word curses that were put over me because I was a PK. So I was always trying to stay on the straight and narrow path. But of course, if you've been living any amount of time, you hop on off that path real quick because the wider path look a little bit more lit than this path when you really don't have an encounter with Jesus. And so it wasn't until I had an encounter with Jesus that had me laid out on the floor in the middle of service for hours. And I'm just like waking up, I sit up and I'm just like, why was I here this whole time? And then God just gave me visions and dreams and all this other stuff. And then I meet this guy and God is like, oh, but there's more. You finna learn how to love me more because of him. And so I thank God for my husband. He broke down a lot of walls of perfectionism, people pleasing, and he's just very patient with me.
I did all that?
Yes. He was like, I want you to get some of that not Kevin Hart, but Cat Williams in your system. Get some of that. Bump it in your system. Yeah. We need a little get the little thing in your system.
Hey, I need you to put that on my resume.
Bing bang.
I'll rehabilitate people.
Literally, but his calling as an apostle is really what that was in operation. An apostle, a pastor is really what that was in operation. We didn't know that's what it was, but we just went together like peanut butter and jelly. Like,
can you tell Jesus about that in your prayer time?
What?
Next time you go pray.
About what?
Tell him what I did for you.
I do. I just be thanking God for you.
But I just want to make sure they put that on my credit.
It was God. You want that on your heavenly credits for us? It's all good. He said, but it's why you've been so blessed. Because he like, you know what? You love my daughter like Christ loved the church. Because Christ be dealing with people like me too. This is why God created men to be the way that they are. Because us women, we be carrying a lot. So y'all have to cover us a lot. So I'm thankful for it. Nonetheless, he's literally my guy.
Oh,
stop it!
All right.
He's an extrovert.
Extrovert? Oh yes, please keep that in there. Keep that in there. Okay.
He's an extrovert, and I am an ambivert. We're both kind of ambiverts, but you're more of an extroverted introvert, and I'm more of a introvert. Like, I'll talk when it's necessary. Like, but if I don't have to talk, you're probably gonna get a text message from me. But like if I have a lot to say, but I don't want to. Oh, this is how I operate, so that people know.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna say everything I need to say in that one sitting with you, because then you won't hear from me for like 3 weeks.
This is so true.
Isn't it true?
This is so true.
Like, I'm gonna go ahead and get it all out there because I don't want to have to talk about this again.
So
later.
much so that there's like a cycle of like a certain time of the month that there's more conversations had on the phone by her than certain times of the month than other times.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
That's
get it all out of the way all at one time, and then because it's like she never just talks to anybody, and then all of a sudden it's like she
I get all these calls in 1 week.
And I'm like, who you talking to? I was talking to this person. Who you talking to? I was talking to this. I was like, oh, I just got off the phone with this, and then it'd be like weeks of like dryness.
I love it. I do. Like I have certain people that I talk to on a regular basis, but we do more texting than anything. But you're gonna get a strong hour and a half out of me in one day, and then you won't hear from me again unless God tells me something I have to share or I get an idea. Normally I text it to you or I send you a voice note, but I'm not gonna call you every day.
Let me tell you about this texting. When we first got together, of course she would talk to me, but the whole time we were on the phone, she had that BlackBerry, and all I hear the whole time we on the phone is I mean, and it's nonstop. Who are you texting? Oh, I'm just texting my friend such and such. All in the movie theater. Like tell you to put your phone up, you know what I'm saying?
Not the BlackBerry.
Yes, the BlackBerry. For her, it wasn't talking on the phone. That was her. It wasn't her phone making noise. It wasn't her phone ringing.
I actually hate when my phone rings.
None of that. The phone was silent. The only thing that you hear during the movie is every time we get quiet. Who are you texting? And how many words? Isn't there a limitation to how many words you can send in a text message?
I used to be the fastest typer in my class.
Oh my gosh.
I used to be able to type.
I'm not exaggerating about how fast her fingers was moving. Like all I hear is button tapping in my ear. Like, here she go again. She should text somebody. But anyway, so if you want to get to her, text her. If you don't know.
But what's interesting is Arkeem.
We can put a phone number right here.
And don't. Because I will screen your calls. If it rings more than 3 to 4 times, I'll be either screening your calls or I'm in another call. Just text me first. Leave me a voice note.
What were you saying?
But Arkeem won't. He's not finna text you. He's not even finna call you. He's an in-person kind of person.
Yeah.
Like, let's get on a video call. Then he has a lot to say. But if he's on like the phone,
I have very little to say.
He's like, I'm like, who is this person I married?
It's weird. I
but
feel like,
but I think that's like a guy thing, though. Honestly,
no, it's not, because I see some guys that talk on the phone a lot, and I just be like, who raised you?
That's not true.
I do. I see plenty of guys that talk on the
maybe
phone.
He used to be
really... To me, like women, because I know girls. And there's no offense to whoever. If that's you, no offense to you, bro. I'm just saying. I grew up around a lot of women, and
you saw more women on the phone than you saw men.
Yeah, the women that were in my life were always on the phone, and then the men that I grew up around, they didn't talk much. So
is that like maybe toxic?
It could be. I don't claim it as a good trait. I don't. It's just a thing, and I don't have any intention on changing it at the moment.
It is a thing for men, like, and it's the only time they're really talking on the phone is when they like talking to a woman that they're interested in, and
or they're talking to their homeboy about sports.
Yeah,
but I don't watch sports.
Even that is very short lived because it'd be like, yeah, you know, what you doing? You can only do 21 questions so much. But once you get past that, like first 30 days, at some point, we have done enough talking on the phone.
I don't know. I just don't be having nothing to talk about, you know.
No, that's not true because we be having hours and hours of
to that person.
Oh, to that person. Yeah. So it's more about the
Will is probably the only person that I talk to on the phone like that. I talked to Will on the phone for a little while.
Yeah, and then like when you get around Lewis, y'all be talking for hours.
Yeah,
y'all can talk for hours.
Yeah, but over the phone, it's just not.
It's not happening. It's hard weird. Talking to an introvert on the phone. Especially.
I feel like it's weird and again, this could be a cultural thing. It could be toxic, but it's just weird for men to be on the phone.
It's not weird.
Chit chatting.
No, when you say chit chatting. Chit chat. Chit chat. Oh, that looked terrible. Oh gosh. It's okay. It's fine. I can do something like that.
Oh, rock the mic. That's hilarious. You chit chatting, yeah, man. I just
I just want to say you're just so handsome.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're so beautiful. Your skin looks good.
Thank you. I can't. I just can't.
You said chit chat.
Yes, I did. Listen, if we're not talking about business,
growing, our kids,
spouses,
what are we talking about?
What are we talking about?
We're not going to talk about TikTok.
If we're not roasting each other.
Not roasting each other.
Because I roast you. I get on the phone and roast you now. But
that's always fun.
I just don't have small talk on the phone.
But small talk is supposed to lead to big talk.
In person.
Oh, in person. Okay. Okay. You got me there. I mean, that's it.
Amen. There it is. So.
Well, that's us in a nutshell. This is us, and we are really just being obedient and pouring out of us what God has put on the inside of us while having some fun and inviting you guys along our journey. Yeah, that's really it.
This is the first podcast. We didn't have anything.
No, this is not the first episode because we had another episode that we'll have to put out later on.
We'll put
from
out
the vault. We'll have to put out the edited version.
We'll put out the unofficial first episode of the podcast. Okay. This is the first official.
Yeah, this is the first official with just you and I.
Yes. You and I. Baby girl, I love you. This is the first episode of Becoming One.
Yeah.
With Ashley Arkeem, otherwise known as Hard Conversations with Ashley Arkeem, otherwise known as
For the Record
with Ashley Arkeem, otherwise known as Car Conversations with Ashley Arkeem.
Those are literally all the names we went through.
All of them.
This by far has become the best one.
Maybe we'll do a vote later with y'all and see which one y'all like the best.
No.
So so this is it, y'all. This is us. Like I said, we didn't have anything specific to talk about. We just wanted to get on here and give y'all a little intro to who we are and what we here for. Mm-hmm. And join us next time where we'll actually have something specific to talk about.
If you would like to hear us talk about anything specifically, put it in the comments, or you can send us an email at WETHE@gmail.com.
We the Sturgis.
We the Sturgis @gmail.com. Or you can follow us on all of our social media platforms. They are all the same, I believe. Mine is Ashley M. Sturgis on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. I love TikTok, so y'all go follow me on there.
She's a content creator.
Hey, I'm a TikToker.
She's
and Arkeem, a TikToker.
Arkeem does not do social media like that.
Arkeem is just Arkeem Sturgis on all of his social
media.
I am
on everything. Well, I'm on Instagram and Facebook. But if you hit me up, I will respond back.
Though he has like almost 5,000 followers.
They're there
on Facebook.
I don't talk to him much. But if you talk to me,
it's beyond me.
I'll talk back.
He does, and he'll give you a lot.
If you ask me a question.
But you do that too, though, kind of, babe. Like
what?
When you have conversations with people, like you have like lengthy conversations with them.
I do.
and then you don't speak to them.
I don't.
And I'm wondering
There's got to be something
there
prophetic about that.
Yeah,
it's got to be with my
let me do all
anointing.
This pouring, seed dropping,
all at one time, and then after
I'll
that,
let God do the rest.
I pull away. You won't hear from me again.
Yeah,
you might call me, and I probably won't even answer.
And it's not because he doesn't want to talk to you.
It's not personal.
It's probably because he works like
I work like
Hebrew slave.
What they call it? Like an African.
No,
I keep about 3 jobs.
He do. I mean, he got a lot of churn. So
yeah, I got a lot of kids like an
How many kids you got?
4. For now.
Hey.
Keep that part.
Oh Lord Jesus! So I should just stop working out and just not try to be on my hot wife summer stuff.
We didn't say. Hold up now. Whoa.
I gotta keep the train going.
Wait. I'm about to put my Toba voice on now. Hey now.
But follow us, click like this video, share this with your friends and family.
Do all the good stuff.
Subscribe to our channel. Subscribe to our channel. My daughter's over there laughing at us
because she's supposed to be asleep.
But she's that one that always.
Yeah, she the one who's gonna see stuff. She ain't got no. She don't.
Amen. Well, we love you guys, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Bye. Arkeem Sturgis. You are amazing. Truth, honestly. Boy, look at them B2Bs. It's time for a haircut, ain't it? You got Silky #1 up top, and then Jerome on the side. That's the bed.